electrifying. Sending out the
Hi,
announcements.
Mom. Hi, Dad.
Electrifying. Oh, sending out. Hear my own voice. Mute that.
Yeah, you gotta get a hand on that quick, or else it starts wicked echoing. It's nuts.
All right, that should be everybody informed. So, we are back for another Monster Mash. It has been, oh boy, has it been 2 weeks since we've done a Monster Mash?
I want to say yeah.
Yeah, it is. It has been a minute. It's been the longest amount of time since we've done a Monster Mash since I started them back up, I think. Well, we are here today to test a very big creature. So we have 4 level 19 PCs here. This is going to be an easy encounter against a level 20 creature. But that is just by sort of the table that Pathfinder puts out. We'll see how easy it really is. And for, I feel like another first time in a while, we have a full 4-person party. We had to call in some new people, we had to call in some old friends. So, first and foremost, we have my boy Blue jumping in with us. Blue, who you got? Who you running to tonight?
So I'm running one of your builds based off a person from League of Legends, normally known as Jax, but today I'm playing Zaj because it's his name backwards and it's easy. And he is a Goloma fighter monk dedication, and I'm gonna be beating the fuck out of some people with a lantern stick.
Yep.
Imagine if I had a real weapon.
Man, you're good at that. Have you ever thought about doing that for like your job or something?
Hey,
you
wait
know
a minute.
One day I might be a voice actor as much as I want to be.
In addition to Blue coming to help us out, we have a new guy, Fresh Meat. This is, man, I literally, I said I was going to forget your name, and I just did for a second. This is Oreo. He is a friend of Decaf who's joining us. Oreo, who are you playing?
I am playing a take on Oliver Queen, or the Green Arrow, known as Oliver King, the Purple Arrow. He's a human criminal ranger who is just going to shoot people with a bow.
Okay, I hope that works out for him.
That's, you know.
All right, then of course, as mentioned, we've got Decaf with us.
Heck yeah. So today I am going to be re-pulling out the wonderful Tempest Oracle that I have in position at all times for you guys. Greyhound, my Suli Colo, because we're removing Null going forward.
Yep.
But yeah, same thing as last
remastered.
time. We've got a lot of divine accesses, so we have a lot of weird spells going on. Should be fun.
All right, awesome. And then, bringing up the rear, last but not least, we have Shy.
Hello. Yeah, I'm the not so shy. I'm playing.
What appears to be
actually
another
a
character.
Sort of, yeah. This is a character I used in one of Blue's campaigns that I played. Long name Phelan, shortened to Faye. They're a full-on monk, full through and through. A little bit of key, a lot of jumping, and I think my favorite thing that I want to just put out is that they have 80 feet of movement.
Very nice. Well, as you all get settled in here, let me give a quick hello to Melkor. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoy what will be our encounter for the evening. So, you 4 heroes, likely who have been adventuring together for some time, have been dispatched to stop a cult from awakening an ancient evil. You arrive and have managed to put a stop to the cult themselves, but while their lives have ended, the ritual they started has come to fruition. Yes, it's a cult of the Giga Chad, as evidenced by this picture. And the map is big because I have a very big creature for tonight's test. Rather large creature, substantially sized. Some might even say gargantuan.
I would love if he pulls out a mouse. It's just tiny.
Tiny, yeah. But
if only.
the 4 of you arrive in this vast chamber, flames flickering along the sides, and a portal to an apparently abyssal realm rippling between two pillars. You see a shape on the other side of the portal, and before you can do anything, before you can rush forth to close it, to stop it, a immense creature lumbers forth. This creature appears to have 6 limbs, 2 oversized arms which it pulls itself across the ground with, as well as 2 smaller arms that it uses to help its locomotion but carries as though ready to use to attack. Dragging behind on its lower body a pair of almost flipper-like feet, alongside a long, powerful tail. A draconic face eyes you up, blue eyes glowing. And as it glares at you, its mouth unfolds into an almost flower-like shape, and it roars. The creature in question looks like this.
Yeah.
Oh, dear lord. I have concerns.
Oh, dear.
Granted, I mean, I
DM.
guess
Oh,
we're...
Slightly
Sorry.
delayed
The
reaction.
delayed...
Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
DM, I have a question because I have an item and I'm unsure if it activates before initiative.
What's that question?
I have the Dread Blindfold, and it doesn't look at me.
Is there a range on the Dread Blindfold?
No.
Alright, it will attempt a will save real quick, I suppose.
Please fail. It'd be funny.
please fail.
Natural
Please
1.
go back through the portal where you
To be
came.
fair, it's only frightened 1. It's only frightened 1. It's not
Okay.
much.
It will be frightened 1.
And that'll change as soon as it hits its initiative. So.
Yep, so speaking of which, let me reveal the monster on the map for you guys.
Yeah.
Apply its frightened condition. And
Ooh.
let's go
It's a
ahead.
big motherfucker.
Let's go ahead, and I'm going to select everybody. Also, as mentioned, we have while we have Oreo is new to the monster test. He is not new to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. However, he is new to Foundry. So this is a good video to sort of hopefully check out if you're trying to learn Foundry a little bit, because we're going to be going over a bit more stuff about the basics of it. At least the stuff that we know, because we are by no means expert. I would hesitate to even call us trained. But I'm going to toggle our combat state,
That was silly.
and what this is going to do, Oreo, is you should be able to, with the cross swords, that is the sort of like the encounter tab, and you should see your character sort of populating there now with a die next to their name that you can roll for initiative.
Gotcha.
I'm going to ask. Okay, I can do the initiative button now. I'm going to use That's Not Natural. I think. First round, I get a +1 second stance bonus to all initiative checks if this is a fight against an aberration, fey, mutant, or undead.
That will
Or if
not
one of your enemies is from a plane other than the material plane, as long as the battle takes place in a wilderness region. So never mind, ignore that
Oh,
part.
yeah. Sorry.
Awkward.
If that doesn't apply, then well then,
Don't
that
worry, we'll
means
be in
we
the
know
wilderness of
we know it's
Giga
not
Chad.
an aberration, fey, mutant, or undead. That's
Yep.
very good news.
We've narrowed it down. All right.
Big. That's about it.
It's big, apparently quick on the draw, because it is the first to act.
Fuck.
So,
Oh, yeah, well, you're scared, bitch.
I'm going to begin encounter. And it is indeed Frighten 1. Which is not enough to send it running. So, dragging itself on those oversized limbs, it pulls forward. Whoops, and I still have everybody selected. Would have moved everybody.
Let's all move.
Honestly, Ocean Boy, I hope they need the good luck, because that means my monster is not doing terribly.
It's intimidating.
Yeah, I've put out a couple intimidating monsters that have had very, very poor showings.
It just depends on the day sometimes.
It does. But it drags itself forward. And as it does, it takes out a ruler, quickly measures the distance, Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Man, this dude's got some good vision.
It then
Me too.
takes out a template and measures some more distances.
Mm.
I love this. Oh no.
Oh,
I like
right.
seeing that his little
I
dot-
don't
that
like
template
seeing
also
what I know this is about to be.
The creature somewhat seems to like pull back a little bit, and as it does, its mouth opens wide, and you can feel this wind pressure suddenly stirring from behind you as it begins inhaling deeply. And as it does so, I need everybody within the cone that I have drawn on the map, and it is going to disappear in a second here. Never mind, I forgot that it stays. To
I
go
see it.
ahead and make a fortitude save. Now, I will say, Oreo, you should be able to see that I threw it up in chat. So one thing you can do is, if you have your character selected, you can actually just click on that DC 47 fortitude save in the chat box of the ability I threw up there, and your character will roll it.
I gotcha.
Jesus, that's a high fucking save.
I have learned my lesson. I've built this ability. Somebody had the Gaismagorm selected.
I was gonna, yeah, someone had the Gaismagorm selected because
Ah,
Jesus
crap.
Christ, I was like, huh? That's fucking high.
How do I select me? Son of a-
Wait, I can't even beat that with. Okay, what's the point of legendary items in for that fucking thing?
Let's see. Yeah, you would need. Okay. So let's see. We've got a failure from Greyhound, failure from Zaj. All right. Well, this is something we can talk about reducing. All right.
Maybe later.
Everybody failed in one form or another. So, all of you are pulled 60 feet closer to the Gaismagorm.
Wee.
And if you get pulled and there is still movement for you to go, you get knocked prone.
Okay.
So the person that
We
critically
move our
failed was
stuff.
Faye.
That's fine.
So, yep, I'm just going to move you guys up there. And you, I think Purple Arrow might actually be... Nope. He's in it. Okay. All of you are drawn to the creature. And all of you sort of bump into each other and smack into each other and fall prone before this monstrosity.
I don't think
Duly
Greyhound.
noted.
Greyhound
was
didn't?
quite. Yeah. Well, I'm not entirely sure. Who was further, Purple Hound or Greyhound, or Purple
Purple.
Arrow or Greyhound?
Purple Arrow
All
was
of
farther
us,
out.
all of us
Yeah,
were
then
within
yeah.
60.
Yeah, then Purple. Everyone does fall. Never mind.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the prone conditions to all of you.
Does it do what it's supposed to do? It
Mhm.
makes me off guard. What is this? I'm not off
Destin.
guard.
That's the new flat-footed.
I have
And then-
nimble crawl, so I'm not off guard.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to use a free action to kip up.
Okay.
Oh, you can just do that right now?
It's a free action.
Yeah.
I thought free action still only could be taken on your turn.
Is that true?
Free actions, I think, can be taken whenever you meet the trigger for them.
Yeah.
Well, I'll stay prone because I'm not flat-footed.
Give me this.
See, now I
Get
am,
this-
and I'm also going to kip up.
All right. Well, yeah. So, how do I remove these? There we are.
Well, you
Yep.
can right-click the icons. Yeah.
So, Oreo, the icons, like if you have your character selected, you should see them on the right side of your screen beside the text.
Mm-hmm.
If you right-click it, you can remove the condition. On the one on the screen, up towards upper right. You see there's
Gotcha.
a little like stair? Yeah.
Right click
Yeah.
to remove. There it
There
is.
you go. Perfect. All right. Well, the creature sees two of its prey has already righted itself. And so, leaving it with only two options to take advantage of, it is going to roll a die. Odds for Greyhound, evens for the Final Fantasy character.
I mean, it is Final Fantasy 14 art. Funny enough.
It is. It is.
Because it does not realize that the Final Fantasy character is not off guard. Alright, it is going.
Let's go,
for
baited.
Faye. So, what you can do, Oreo, is when you have your character selected, if you want to target something or attack something, you hover your cursor over them and press T. Though I can't remember if that only works for me as a GM or if it also works for you guys.
It's now
should
giving me
work for us as
indicators.
well.
I'm thinking it's working.
Alright, yep. So now I'm going to roll an attack for this creature, and it is automatically going to go against Faye's AC, armor class.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and remove prone for this, just because I can't remove off guard by itself.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, you should be good.
Nice.
Alright, a 47.
Dang it! If I was ready with crane stance, I'd be good to go.
Okay,
Oh shoot! Speaking of,
yes.
I mean, I don't have my reaction because my turn hasn't gone yet, but I do have. Where is it? Stance Savant.
Oh,
So I'm in crane stance, but I can't use my reaction.
yes, yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, these giant jaws crash down upon you, dealing 65 points of damage.
Oof. Ouch.
And with that, it is Greyhound's turn. Greyhound, would you also like to kip up? I assumed you weren't doing so just so you could be different.
I am more medicine oriented, so no.
Nice.
I'm gonna
let's
reduce
see
my
here.
frightened condition while you decide on your actions.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so you are here before just this immense thing that crawled through this portal. You're staring up at it. All your allies are either standing beside you or look completely relaxed, lying on the ground. What would
Well-
you like to do?
I guess I'll take the actual risk here and trigger any potential reactions by standing for my first action.
The creature turns its head towards you and does nothing.
Oh my god. Oh,
Just
all right,
watches you
concern
stand up.
over. All right, cool. So that'll get me back up. And then 2 actions. Since we were ready for combat, I would have had my stick in hand amongst those of us who have sticks.
Agreed.
And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Noise Blast from my Wand of Thundering Echoes at 6th rank
Okay.
on this thing. So I'll just post that up here for chat, and then I'll cast the spell because I have that separated out to try and make it a little easier this time around.
Okay.
Maybe. Doesn't like me. Guess it doesn't like me. All right, hold on. I got this. There we go. Okay, there's the wand. And then the spell is in my 6th ranks. Can cast it.
All right. So 10-foot burst. Yeah, you are cutting out a little bit, but the idea's gotten through. Where did you want to put this? Okay, I see. it now.
We're
I
actually on
couldn't-
the thing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I can barely see it under him.
Yep. It just slid it under there.
Here we go.
Ooh.
51. So a success, but not a critical success.
So
Go ahead and roll your
here's
damage.
the damage, and then you can take half.
Yeah. Okay. The first damage dealt to this beast, this peal of thunder sort of rings through its ears, and it rears back, roaring in rage at what you've done to it. Hopefully, somebody else can distract it a little bit.
No.
Zaj. Just abandon the oracle.
Yep. I run away. No. Now it's my turn. All right. I've stood up. I'm gonna whoop this fucker's ass if I know how to play a fighter and a monk at all.
Okay.
The last time I played a monk. I'm
Speaks
going to
well in our favor.
Yeah, I'm going to vicious swing lantern staff this bitch.
Okay. Let's see it.
I have to target him and not
Yes.
target myself. Because otherwise I'm going to knock my fucking self out.
True.
45.
That is a hit.
Bonk. Vicious swing is on, okay. Bam!
All right. 37 points of damage. You bring
Yes.
down your staff and strike a mighty blow against the creature.
Yeah.
Relatively.
And then I'm going to move. You can move through allies?
Correct.
In melee even?
It knocks them prone, but
Oh, well,
no, I'm joking.
sorry. Sorry, Grant.
I'll let you knock them prone
No. Why is my movement already...
because
I already have-
I moved you.
Yeah.
Oh. Fair enough. Boom, boom.
So you just got to take into account.
Boom.
That's all.
Boom. 45.
Okay. The quick smash into this creature's jaws, probably knocking its head aside after it turned to glare at Greyhound. You then dart around behind it, getting into a flanking position.
Bring it on.
Purple arrow to take advantage of with his ranged weapon.
Yes, of course.
That's how off guard works, right?
Yeah,
Think so.
I think so. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I am going to first. I'm actually going to do heroic presence.
Ah, very nice.
I'm going to give any willing creature, I would assume my allies are all willing, to have zealous conviction.
All right. I will also take that zealous conviction.
Very.
I can just drag this onto there, right? No.
I think you have to click the spell and then drag the effect on.
That I did.
Well, like click to open the
Oh.
spell.
There we go.
Yeah, there
There
you
we
go.
I'm gonna
Morgan
point
in the
over
house
there
gets
and
it.
be like, fucking, here's to you, kid. Man, there's just so many of these lines I can go through.
The fact that you know
Well, I got-
so many is also impressive.
I didn't
It's-
like Jax the champion, but fuck me, did his audio cues be one of the coolest thing to ever go through that game.
I mean, I prefer it over the time we had Warren using the AI generated voice lines for the missile.
Okay, those were funny though.
They were, but
Yes.
What the fuck did you fucking say about the missile, you little bitch?
all right, that was one action for Purple Arrow.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Did you know you could move with Wazda? Anyway, I am going to use my second action to move, though.
Okay.
I am going to move my movement speed of something, but I just need to get a little bit of distance. Right about it there is fine for me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hunt prey.
All right. Now, unfortunately, yeah, you just kind of have to mark whenever you're targeting your hunted prey, because there's not really any like condition I can put on it to be like, oh, it's hunted.
You should notice
there should be
under
a little
your
box.
actions that it
Yep.
should have a thing for hunted prey to be checkmarked.
A little box over your attacks, so for you to click that this is your hunted prey. But while you find that, hopefully, Faye,
Hello there.
this creature has dealt a blow to you, and in turn has absorbed several hits from you and your allies. Most of your allies. You haven't hit it much yet.
All right, I'm gonna measure something just because I find it fun.
You pull out a ruler.
Okay, hello.
For
Why
one
did I do
action.
that? Oh, but that does. Wait, what's the thing to find? whatever.
Spacebar.
No, that moved me.
Oh. Spacebar.
Uh,
Make sure
I
you're
was
doing the
holding and
measuring.
hitting spacebar, yeah.
I'm on the measuring. Measure distance, start. Place a waypoint as control.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, hi.
I was gonna
Get
say
the
it
fuck
was,
off of
I
there!
might have changed it the last time I did it.
Reactive strike, reactive swipe.
It's not.
All right,
Control for
well,
me. Is
it's
it
not
tab?
doing the thing I
Nope,
wanted to
not
do,
tab.
so I'm gonna just nod. Okay. So, crane stance is already going, which is nice. I think I'm just gonna capitalize on punching it as hard as I can.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a 1-inch punch
Bad idea.
for 3 actions.
I think they updated Foundry, and I have no idea what they changed that
Oh dear.
to. Okay, so this should be adding
reloaded, hang on.
a lot of extra dice to your attack,
Oh yeah.
if you can land it.
So you're gonna love this here in a second. But I gotta wait for it to load.
Oh boy.
It refreshed. So I'm now in the void.
Oh boy.
Man, I bet it'll be so cool when it happens.
Well, you know what? That sounds to me like you can't take actions in the void.
I don't think that's
Hey.
fair.
Hey.
So,
You just don't want to get one inch punched.
as Faye glitches and blinks out of reality.
Wrong character.
As Faye begins to slip into
Alright,
the
we're
back rooms. Oh, okay.
Dang. Alright.
No clips through the
So-
Giga Chad.
Get back to here. Turn on 1 inch punch for 3 actions. Individual is no longer targeted. What?
All
Come
right.
on.
You got your target on.
There
There
we
we go.
Okay.
Let's see it. Let's see if you got it in you.
Cool. Well, plot twist.
Oh boy.
Because depending on how this rolls, I'm not too worried.
Ooh.
That is a
So
hit.
let's see how it rolls first.
You successfully
It's an
strike.
11? Cool.
Yep.
I'm just going to mention this now for the future. BB,
Yes.
on all
That
of
is
my
I.
strikes, the first hit of each of my turns, if it's less than a 10 on the die, it becomes a 10.
Oh, very cool. You got that feat. That's fun.
Yep.
So
Perfect.
you
It's a feature for the monk at 19.
Yeah.
can't miss.
So you
I
can't miss.
physically can't miss.
Not
Oh,
against
perfect.
this thing, at least.
On the first hit, yeah, at least.
Yeah.
So, all right. 1 inch punch, 3 actions. Here's the damage.
This should be very painful for me.
Yeah, you need to beat up that fucking monk.
Holy!
Oh, okay. It could have been much worse.
It could have.
All right,
I
and
mean,
all
they're
that
both above
damage,
average on the T6.
all that damage will go through,
Noted.
and it is my turn.
1 punch.
My
wonder who
turn. All right. Well, annoyed by the gnats buzzing around it, the creature opens its maw wide, and what almost looks like a dying sun begins to grow before its maw, until it more than encompasses any of your sizes. And as it does so, it raises its 2 arms out to the side before slamming them, clapping the sun in between them, and unleashing a massive explosion in a 50-foot emanation. I'm gonna need some reflex saves.
Damn. That's a lot.
Okay.
I hope some of you fail.
Nice. Figured it. I don't.
Yes.
I probably do.
There's
Okay.
a fail.
Critical success from Zaj. All right. So, Zaj will of course take no damage, deftly dodging, and it's, maybe you're helped by the fact that you are behind the monster. It maybe creates a lee in the flames,
Ah.
but the rest of you do not escape
Not so much.
unscathed. The 2 reflex-based characters will take
Jesus.
72 points of fire damage.
That's not.
The remaining non-reflex-based character will take 36 points of fire damage.
So, I'm only an expert in my reflex saves, by the way.
Oh, okay. You were dex-based monk, so I assumed you.
Right, that's true. I opted for other options instead.
I got you.
So all my saves are almost equal, actually.
Nice. Good job.
I may or may not have any acumen for reflex saves to master at level 19.
Oh,
Oh, you told me about that. I forgot about that.
yeah. And then I'm gonna turn on Zash.
I'm gonna double check something. I hope it works.
Bring it on.
So
Just dealt 72. You never
Here.
figured out how to get the resistance stuff to work, did you?
people told me that it should automatically apply it. Maybe it's a
Yeah, it
module I
doesn't.
have to do. Yeah. I've never noticed it to do so.
Oh,
Let's do this.
All right. Here comes the giant jaws.
Here comes that giant. Cuts that giant fist.
Critical hit.
Yeah,
That is a
it's hard.
53. This is gonna be
Painful.
Dirty. Oh, you know what? That isn't doubled.
That
So-
isn't?
No.
No.
Okay, 118 then.
Yep, you can just click the double
Yeah.
under the damage there.
Hey, just give me one moment. I'm not sure if I have anything that can do defensive abilities, but I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, that hurt. Double.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah. Damage race. Let's go. Greyhound. Oh, that is it's the start of your turn, right, Greyhound? For your noise,
It is, yeah.
your noisemaker.
So I believe it now goes down. Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, so Noise Blast will now do 5d10 sonic damage.
Okay, so Melkor is telling me there's a setting in automation to turn it on. I will check
Oh.
after the stream to find it.
Yeah.
Automation?
Yeah,
Next time.
not sure where that is.
Oh, you know what it is? I think I know exactly what they're talking about. It might be the activations module.
Oh.
Because you can see under spellcasting, there's known spells, rituals, and activations. Activations specifically correlate to like items. I think that's exactly what they're.
Huh. We'll take a look.
Yeah, here's. That is the 5d10.
Okay.
I guess Fortitude save though will still be against me to take that damage.
Yep. I'll just roll the Fortitude save. You should be able to see it. 50. That's still a just a success, right?
That is a. Yep,
So I will
success. So
take
7
half.
points of sonic.
Its ears are still ringing. You hear it starting to go mop, mop, trying to get rid of its tinnitus. All right.
I like it.
And then you
Alright,
still
well, that was a
have.
lot of damage you did to my ally.
It was. I tend to do more.
I still have all my actions.
Reaction heal.
That just goes off on its own. I just have to keep my.
You're delaying.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh no. We have been having a few technical issues with Decaf's audio. So if you hear his voice in like 5 minutes from now,
Don't be panicked.
Oh,
that might
just hit
be
us with a be right back.
yeah. So, all right, chat. While we're doing this, why don't we try figuring out the automations that Melkor is talking about? Foundry
Already.
settings.
Run!
Okay, how are things now?
Better.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, that would just be my wand activation. That I just, as long as I have the wand in hand, it does. I'm gonna do 2 actions then to cast a 9th rank heal on Zaj.
Okay.
Try and get him back up.
Okay.
Scrolling down my spells.
Oh god, do I have anything for
Is it
this?
that?
Do you have anything to resist the healing? What?
No, I meant like fucking no, like a response. I don't think he has anything other than "here's to you, kid," like unironically.
Oh.
I point at
here
Greyhound.
is your-
Here's to you, kid. How do I heal this? Oh, I
Well,
guess
he
you-
rolls the
Enjoy.
healing,
You still
Jesus
have to, yeah.
Christ.
and then
I'm back up to 4. I think.
there you go.
I don't know why. Why would
You're
I be back up to
109.
4? Yeah, I should be missing 9 HP.
There's that. And then. I don't think. Let me double check my single actions. Yeah, I'm still right here in front of this guy. I'm just gonna cast shield on myself.
BB
Okay.
or Blue, sorry.
Hi.
We did get temp HP from.
Ah,
That might have been it.
Ta-da!
you're right.
Perfect. All right. So 2 action heal and then a shield. Greyhound's turn is done. We are on to Zaj.
All right, fucking.
Smack-
Jeez.
smack him back.
I'm gonna smack him. I am.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I just gotta find my fucking right buttons again. Cause
Damage
I
race.
noticed this shit. It's. Do I have anything special? All of my shit is for fortitude, and this fucker's got like a 39 bonus, so I have no way of
Yeah.
beating him.
Look how big he is. A
He's
big boy.
fucking big boy. He's a very big boy. Even though I got like the bracers of hammers and shit too, this guy's just he's too fat. I'm going to if both hit the same creature, combine their damage for purposes of resistance. I'm trying to look up flurry of blows. Apply multiple attack penalty for strikes normally if there's a flourish trait. So when using flurry of blows, you take the normal hit and then the lower hit still, like you take the map penalty right away.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, then I'm just gonna hit this fucker with the staff.
Okay.
All right. Vicious swing.
Okay.
Pink. Bonk.
44 is a hit. You were targeting yourself, but that's still a hit against my monster.
Sorry. I'm not targeting him, so hopefully the damage will go over to him.
Yeah, it'll be because I click
Nice.
on the damage.
Yeah, 36 as I smack him in the ass, and then I start to spin my staff above my head as I use, make sure I'm selecting myself, as I use Defensive Instincts.
Ooh. Nice.
And now I got a staff twirling over my head, technically, as I get a +1 to my AC.
Very cool. All right. Well, that brings us back around to Purple Arrow. So, Purple Arrow, you moved back last turn. It was mainly kind of a setup turn for you.
Absolutely. Just because now I'm gonna just hunted shot it,
Okay.
which is my equivalent of flurry of blows.
Yeah.
I'm now going to click you to target, and then first attack.
Fire away.
Did it toggle? Oh no.
Yep, yeah, you should just be able to click your attack now on your character sheet, and should do everything for you.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, I was trying to do it from not there. That makes sense.
Okay.
Right. After I hit roll this time.
45 is a hit.
Perfect. And then for the second attack, that goes with it.
38, unfortunately, is a miss.
Okay. So then we've rolled damage once. And because it's the first attack, this does it.
Your attack
Roll.
bonus seems weirdly low.
Which is so funny thought. I was just looking at that.
That is, yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Volley is part of it.
Oh, that does, yeah, that would contribute.
Now, he might also only be expert, but I'm not sure.
You might
It
not have,
says
he's
he's
master.
master.
you might not have the bow invested. Because that's close to my bonus without the
You
bow.
don't need to invest in weapons.
Never mind.
Uh,
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, 38 points of damage.
Okay.
Your arrow strikes true, managing to find a tender spot through all the scales in the tough hide of this creature.
Perfect. Sounds like it did something. Then the second action.
Oh, it's
His
because he doesn't have an apex item. Dex of only a +4.
Fair enough.
Sorry, we're
It's alright, I have no idea what you're talking about.
we're confused.
Oreo, if you'd like, just in the Discord again, if you want to share your screen so that I can take a look, and if you want to go through your
But
character sheet, I can see
If you want to
anything
do
stands out.
that after your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
The second one, I'm going to do Hunter's whatever this thing is. I clicked it and it didn't pull it up.
Uh-oh.
Hunter's Aim.
Ah, okay, the +2. So that'll help offset the penalty.
Yes. Now
Clicking
first
on the
click.
icon, like the image next to it, should do it.
Yep. It'll bring up a little sort of chat window when you do that.
Hey, there we are. Okay. Doesn't do it, but we'll just take the map with +2.
Yep, yeah, so just roll your attack at number 3.
Will
and
I
we'll
hit
add...
No.
Nope, not even with a +2, that is going to be a no. All right.
Smile.
Faye.
Alrighty. Well, had it resisted any of my damage, I would have tried a thing, but it doesn't seem like it did, so I think I'm just going to try and punch the frick out of it.
Bring it.
So, what we're going to go ahead and do
Uno
is
Ichi
a classic. You know it, you love it.
I still
Key
have
strike.
3 abilities to use.
Well, like
Fair
you
enough.
said, damage right, so good luck.
So,
So I got,
key strike.
I got
is
Endless
now
Ferocity.
applied. And then as part of the key strike, we're going to make a flurry of blows.
Exactly, yeah, go for it.
All right, strike number 1.
That is a hit.
Strike number 2.
And let's see if you got it in you. Another hit. A palpable
Let's
blow.
go.
Not a crit, though.
Darn.
All right. Go ahead and give
All
me
right.
the damage for both.
Yep. That's that. That's deployed. We should be good. Boink. Roll. Boink. Roll. These are combined.
All right. It all
So
goes through
76.
anyway, so not a huge deal. The poor guy is bloodied. He's bloodied.
Good.
All right.
might-
Key strike
I might
is
have to
gone.
trigger Endless Ferocity.
And then, you know what? We'll just give it a shot because I'm like, I don't really have.
Why not?
Oh, actually, no.
2 action,
He hit
1 inch
me.
punch.
That hurt.
Yeah,
Bop.
it's gonna hurt some more. Okay, so you take a moment to sort of focus your ki, and it surges through your body, closing up your wounds. You guys are looking far too healthy for my liking, and you have 1 action remaining.
Jesus
All right,
Christ, that's only 2 actions?
Yeah.
Monks, monks are masters of action economy.
Apparently.
I love it.
Between
And even
having,
if it ran, it ain't going nowhere.
yeah, between all the speed that they get that allows them to cross like distances most characters need 3 actions across, letting them do it in 1, and folding 2 attacks into a
It's
single
great.
action. Yeah, it
Please
is.
share some
right.
actions with us.
I'll just go for a 3rd strike and see if I luck out.
I'll allow it.
Bad game.
You hit
Hmm.
because of off guard.
Let's go. This is normal damage, though.
Unimpressive. You know what?
Honestly, disappointing.
Too small. I'm not even gonna take it.
Oh!
I don't like it works that way.
I think I've upset the creature.
It gains hardest 22 to whatever the fuck that is, and it takes no damage.
So fascinating. I have adamantine fists.
I'll resist adamantine fists.
That's a good point.
It
Can
specifically
your
resists
weapon have
damage.
Can
It's
your
just-
weapon have adamantine, cold iron, and silver all be the same material? Because you have all 3 on your toy.
That's
Yeah, it counts as
a
all
monk
of them.
thing. Yeah, it's
That's
another.
just, yeah, monks are freaking brutal.
It's another monk thing,
Okay.
man.
That's-
You just didn't
that's
get
cool.
there
Yeah.
with your monk.
To be fair,
This is
Say
it.
it.
Before they ever
That's a level
published the
4.
Magus, essentially the monk was the best character class to choose if you were going to try and like archetype with casting.
Dude, I still think it's one of the great ones for it. I still do it.
Well, that's why there was a whole 6th pillar thing. Anyway, round 3.
Hi, bitch.
The Gaismagorm turns its gaze upon Greyhound, as though
What?
almost able to tell that you are able to heal your allies.
As I heal it in front of its face.
I did no such thing. What are you talking about?
I would never.
Its great jaws descend upon you. I'm debating whether I should be doing this. I'm gonna try for it because I put actually I didn't put agile on skulls. Never mind. A giant claw is heading your way, and actually, as you see one of these giant claws like sort of coming towards you, almost like a meteor, you see red energy beginning to gather in its palm.
It summons a meteor.
Yeah, a meteor claw. I forgot the target, but does a 44 hit Greyhound?
Also casted shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it delayed, but it does hit, he said.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Then.
Yes, that will hit.
there he is.
There it is.
The delay is getting shorter, at least.
Well, I think it's getting
This is
longer.
kind of.
45 points of damage, and then as its hand
He has
smashes
reaction.
into you. Oh, yes. Shield block?
No.
No. This is planar sidestep.
Well,
Resistance 25.
as a reaction,
Folks, I'm sorry. please stick with us. Minor technical difficulties. Okay, so you will take.
The sad part is he can hear us as like in time. It's the
Yeah.
fact that like why his voice takes forever, and we're on the same internet. Y'all hear me just fine. Like we don't
Yeah.
get it. It makes no sense.
You should have him yell through your mic because you never turn it on.
I mean, I can adjust how the sound plays to make it better, but I don't know how much that'll actually improve things.
No.
Morgan in the house puts out the cutout was him RPing his planar sidestep.
Yeah.
So you will only take 20 damage from this initial hit. However, if you could not tell by the description that I gave to the ability, this is not a regular claw swipe. This is an explosive slam.
Excuse me?
Sick.
The red energy as it makes contact with Greyhound and maybe even the ground himself as he just sort of like slams it downward, detonates in a violent explosion that is going to catch Greyhound and Faye and nobody else.
Yippee!
But I will take what I can get. I need both of you to make a reflex save. Okay.
Question just for you, BB.
I'll allow it.
Sweet.
I'll
Would
allow
his
the question,
planar
not
sidestep?
necessarily what the question is.
Yeah, not an answer.
Would his planar sidestep apply to the explosive slam itself since it was the strike?
You shift your body briefly between planes, reducing the damage from your foe's attack. You gain resistance 25 to all damage against each triggering attack. Now, baseline read
Since
of
it
that,
says attack, not strike.
that is a fair point. I'll give him the resistance. But for that, I need you to give me a reflex save.
You're in range anyway.
Crit fail. Let's go.
No, success.
Just
Oh, all right.
exactly a success.
I'll take it.
Alright, so both of you will take half damage from these 10d10 fire damage. I see a couple 10s in there. Only 24, which means Greyhound prevents it entirely.
23.
23. Sorry. I was trying to cheat a little bit more in there. Then, the Gaismagorm will take advantage of the sweep trait on its claws and drag its claw across the ground, digging Pharaohs into Giga Chad's face as he slashes at Faye.
Crane flutter.
Targeted. Okay, increases to +3.
It's applied. You should be good.
Alright, let's see. Even with my sweep, that will be a miss.
All right. As a part of it, then, I would like to make an attack at a -2.
Okay.
Modifier -2. And there we go.
That is a hit. It's not a crit, but it is a hit. Alright. I might indeed have to trigger my my endless ferocity just to test all of these creatures' abilities.
Fair.
Greyhound. Let's start with that fortitude save. I think I critically succeeded.
Jesus Christ.
Are you sure?
I'm not. I don't know his DC.
Oh, apparently he's not even seen the roll yet, so.
Uh-oh. It is a 58.
It's a little high.
Just a
Yeah,
wee
it'll
bit.
crit.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Decaf's gonna disconnect from the Discord and reconnect again.
okay. So those smaller arms it has under like the giant, formerly wing arms that it maybe once had, clamp over its ears and block out the ringing of your
Fair
thunder.
enough. That is very fair.
Yep.
All right. Well, then I will just do the rest of my turn.
Okay.
That is going to start with a reach out and touch with a Tempest touch as I go into my mystery.
Ooh. Mysterious.
Mm.
All right. Here we go. Fortitude save.
Ooh.
All right.
You still not get any villain points in this?
I haven't given myself any.
Well, I
Yeah,
was
It's gonna have
say,
endless
it's
ferocity.
Yeah, it's got the endless ferocity anyway, so I can test out the rest of its abilities.
yeah, I was
It's a
gonna
lot of
say, and
dice.
it's just extra damage, so
Yeah, it's a good bit of damage.
no other effects.
A lot of
It is what I would call mortal, if I was worried about stuff like that right now. How long does the movement speed? Until the end of your next turn? Okay. Alright, so that was a single action.
That's fair.
That's a single. Jesus. Christ.
So, 2 actions remaining. What does Greyhound want to do with them? Most of
He's
us-
gonna move away and cast shield
Okay. It's not a bad
because he's
move.
delaying again. So
Okay.
we're just gonna do it this way.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a good distance away. Zaz, you still got a flank, even though Greyhound has fled the scene.
That's fine by me.
Yeah.
All
Here's
right,
to you,
I
kid.
gotta open my sheet. No. Here's to you. No. I just want to hit this bitch again.
Okay.
Although I forgot about that. When I did defensive instincts, which I think I can remove myself. There we go. If I'm reading this correctly, as I just posted it, until the beginning of your next turn and step. Did I miss the
step?
opportunity to take a step action?
Correct.
Shit.
I mean, you kind of already had a flank, so I assumed you didn't want to, but
I don't technically need to, but I could have done something else that kind of, does something with the build a little bit.
gotcha.
Yeah. Because if I'm remembering correctly, if I go to the fucking... Where is it? Am I fucking blind? There's one thing in here. Yeah.
Being a person that is both
Damage.
blind and colorblind, I'm offended.
You're welcome to be. You can't combine a vicious swing with anything else. If it's a feat that requires a certain amount of actions, you can't combine it with another feat that costs actions, right?
Correct. You couldn't do like a
Alright.
vicious swing, key strike.
Okay. But that'd be
The
so
only-
cool.
The only thing key strike combines with is flurry of blows, because it specifically calls it out in the text.
Well, let me just quickly read this shit again. How does this work?
Ah.
Get +1 bonus to your status rolls and increases the damage by 1d6. I mean, that's not too far off.
It
I'm gonna try
should-
that.
It
How
should
do
be
I
more.
apply that?
It should be more than 1d6.
It's like 3 dice or something.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe even 4.
Because
Well, I
it's a
just
focus
need-
spell.
Yep.
Focus spell is where? In spellcasting. It's not there.
It'll look like this.
And actually, can we just apply that to
Yeah,
Zaz?
probably.
Just apply that to
Yeah.
me. Here, let
we'll
me
try
do
it.
that.
What damage type do you want? Force, spirit, vitality, or void?
Just
Vitality?
Spirit.
Okay.
It sounds best for him.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
I
I
think
couldn't do
vitality.
that, but you did that. Sick. And then I'm going to, as I'm spinning the staff, I pull it behind me and then whack whack. 2 hits.
Okay.
I want to target hit, not me.
You are targeting him?
I am now.
Yep, that is a hit.
Boom!
And those are both hits.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll
Uh,
for damage.
Should apply the damage on its own.
Yep, it should have the force, the spirit damage already in there.
Damage. So whack whack to quick jabs
55.
to its sternum, I suppose.
Okay.
That's 2 actions because it's key strike and then flurry of blows.
No, because the
Key
flurry of
strike and flurry
blows is
stack.
part of the flurry of blows is part of the key strike.
Oh, this is what
That's
you
what
did
makes it
before.
terrifying.
Yes.
That's why I'm so cool now.
Yes. That is why I have a rogue build that combines like 4 or 5 actions into a single key strike.
That's
Yeah, it's-
awesome.
Menacing.
Yeah, it is.
But, It is at 1 hit point and will remain there.
I
the
use
foreseeable
one action
future.
to lantern staff it. Wait, no. Do I have to let go of something to unarmed attack?
No, you can kick.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as cool. I will regrip
Oh.
my lantern staff.
You also could have key struck with your lantern staff
Huh?
because it has it. if you got the right sort of staff, it should have the monk trait.
Yeah,
And your
it does.
monastic weaponry lets you apply
Use
like
monk weapons.
apply
I
like
didn't read
any
that part.
monk
I
feats
might
or
do that next
features.
time. I don't have any keystrikes left though. I think.
Jeez, already.
I think I'm out. Whatever. I regrip my staff with the other hand because, like I said, I wanted to do it that way.
Yeah.
And then I will use my last action to defensive instincts, and I will yet again spin the thing above me, and I will take that step to go 5 feet back
Wait, you should
because I
have
want to do something.
one more action in there.
No.
What?
Key strike hit. One action regrip the staff
Oh, yep, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah. because I'm being flavorful.
Yeah, I gotcha. Purple arrow. It is your turn.
Imagine if I had a real weapon.
There you go.
Okay. Then I am going to have a lot of other actions, you know? Definitely built this thing to have more than just the ability to shoot.
Well, you
I'm
can
gonna shoot
always move a little bit further out, so that way you aren't affected by volley.
That is true. Great. Oh. Well, then I'm going to do that. I don't
As
know
long
why
as you're
Greyhound-
within 30 feet of it, you're taking a -2 to your attack rolls against it.
Good to know. I'm going over here. I'm going to the edge.
Purple just vanishes.
It
Pushes
runs
me off the
over
edge.
and, yeah,
I cannot
shoves.
wait. And then I'm going to hunted shot it again.
Okay.
Now, hopefully a little bit better. Of course, I put the thing away again, so I have to pull it back out. One moment.
All right. So yeah, this creature is looking very hurt, and you guys feel like it probably should be dead. There might be some evil god keeping it alive until it can accomplish certain
It's the
tasks.
Giga Chad.
Yeah,
The Giga Chad run.
the Giga Chad. You see the eyes of the Giga Chad glowing from beneath your feet. You
No.
can see that same energy
Impossible.
reflected. That same energy reflected in the eyes of this monstrosity. Was that enough time for you, Purple Arrow? Yeah, it
Yes,
was.
absolutely.
All right, that is exactly a hit.
Oh, lovely. I wonder if the second one will do just as good.
Let's see.
It did.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, damn
that
it.
is exactly a miss.
Well, fine then.
You guys have
Didn't
figured out
want-
its AC now, if you hadn't already.
Didn't know about it anyway.
I think we know.
Ocean Boy, I have no idea if it's actually supposed to be Giga Chad, but I mean,
That's what it is now.
yeah.
It's a Giga Chad.
It's young Hades. Hades in his prime.
Here is the damage. But then as well, because I actually went through and read my character,
Good bit of
I
damage.
have... or what is it? It's greater distraction? What is it? Where did it go?
All right. Well, again, this arrow plunges into what you know should be a lethal shot, but it lingers yet upon this world.
Oh, I clicked it and it did not pull it up. Yeah, true, but you know, it just gets bounced off. Giga Chad lasered it out of the sky. The target is off guard until the start of its next turn, though, because I did hit it with attack.
Well, good for you. All right.
Sweet.
So that has been 2 actions.
And then I'll use the third action just to, yeah, there's a, I was standing on a rock. I'm just going to kind of kick it away.
Okay. So now, I will say at this point, do we kind of want to rush through to the round so I can do the last 2 things this thing does?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Sure. I'll be quick with mine. Stance Savant at
Yeah.
the start of my turn. Crane Stance.
Ooh.
That's the wrong one. Master of Many Styles. There we go.
There you go.
So that I have it. And then I would have probably just followed it up with a 1-inch punch on my turn, so
Okay.
wham.
Awesome. All right. The Gaismagorm lifts its upper body. You see it sort of like trying to support itself with this secondary set of limbs. And as it does so, it opens its mouth wide and a dark sun begins to gather, casting a violent crimson light over the battlefield. as this is happening, this does have the manipulate trait, which I forgot to add. Does your staff have reach?
No, it's got monk, parry, reach. I do have reach.
So this would trigger an AOO.
Ooh.
However,
Oh,
we're
okay.
a reactive strike. It
Yeah.
is. We're still doing in the endless ferocity, but so nothing happens initially. But there is a giant red sun above the Gaismagorm in a 30-foot emanation around it.
That seems safe.
So, whoops.
So this thing's just chilling above us?
Yep, giant red sun.
Love
As they
that
do.
for me.
That was 3 actions. Greyhound, at the start of your turn, I think you are outside of my black hole sun. You are. Curse you. Is there anything you wanted to do, or are we just moving on? Because if there's stuff you guys want to do on your turns, I want to give you that opportunity.
I would only aim to heal, I think, if somebody was terribly injured. Otherwise, we can skip my turn. I'm happy to let your actions play out.
All right, Zaj, same question to you. Anything you want to do with your turn? Actually, sorry. At the
This one's
start
my
of your turn, a fireball rains down from the sun that this creature created as its rain of fire begins.
On my turn?
Non-Gaismagorm creatures that start their turn in or enter within 30 feet of this sun, which is the same size as the Gaismagorm, take 6d10 fire damage with a DC 42 basic reflex save, as fireballs rain from it.
So this isn't something I can hit out of the air.
No,
I have a no. I have a thing that gives against range strikes.
it's not a range strike.
All right, well, watch this. Fuck. That's as bad as it can be.
Oh, all right. Well, fortunately, this is unlimited use area damage because it can sustain it. So, that is only going to be 62 points of fire damage.
As that does so, you notice throughout the fire that Jax or Zaj is no longer on the ground as I use a pivot strike and I leap next to the target and I attempt to strike it. Just
Okay.
a quick seize, boop, that'll hit. And as I strike it, regardless whether you strike hit, you can attempt to shove or trip, and I'm going to attempt to trip.
Okay. I
So
might
fall.
ignore the results of this effect because it'll really mess up my next round.
Fuck you.
All right. Endless
Make
ferocity.
the check anyways.
Well, you make the check. It's an athletics check.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Does receive a negative.
Where's the fucking button? All right. All right, come on, bitch. I got like every bonus legendary that I can get on
And
this fucking
this will
thing.
be against its
Please.
reflex DC. Let's see if you got it. No.
It's fucking rolling a 3.
Oh wait.
Anybody got a hero point that they
You
want
know what? Actually, that would be a success. Its reflex DC is only 38.
Fuck yeah! I thought I had to go against this
Question
fortitude.
though.
Yes.
It's a trip attempt. It has the attack trait.
Ah, so it would take the -5 unless pivot
But
strike.
this is a part of pivot strike.
Well, we have to see if
Does
pivot,
pivot strike sate though?
Regardless whether you strike hit, you can attempt to shove or trip.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything
Doesn't
about
say
reducing
anything about maps, so
reducing the map. So the map is as normal, which unfortunately means that is actually a 34 and is a miss.
I get 5 attack speed and I start beating the fuck out of it.
All right, purple arrow. Is there anything you want to do with your turn because you are outside?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Surprise! I'm back.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
Faye, go ahead and give me a reflex save.
I mean, I guess.
I'll put
Scroll
Rain
up
of
a little
Fire
bit so I
back
can
up for
find
you.
it. Okay, that works too.
Yay.
Whip. Whip.
All right.
Did it roll?
It did, and you failed. By
Oh,
one.
okay. I never saw my dice. How sad.
That's weird. I saw it hit the wall and immediately
I
bounced
saw it.
off of it. Yeah.
Oh, and it was just done.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough. Hurt me.
31. I want to just.
That becomes 21.
Good for you.
You
All right.
sounded so mad.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Just because I think it's funny to upset the creature.
Okay. You channel your beads.
So as a free action, I'm going to gain a focus point.
Yep.
That I'm going to immediately spend
The key strike?
for wholeness of body.
Oh, okay. All good. Right. It is the Gaismagorm's turn. And it is going to use its final action. Red energy blasts out of the vents that you see, the sort of like the blue scars, almost like things that you guys can see on its body. They turn red and erupt with a sort of almost bloody energy. And as it does, it unleashes one final shriek and begins to trample. So it's gonna do a quick backstep onto Zaj.
Love it.
Then it's gonna go. It strides 3 times. God damn it. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the change is. Alright, look, it's got enough speed that it's gonna trample all of you.
No.
Oh, it was square.
You mean space?
Space. Yeah.
Well, no, when you're physically moving, it's still space.
Yeah.
But when you have the ruler,
Yeah.
it's
not.
space that
It's weird.
moves you instead.
Okay. So it is going to
is
trample
dumb.
kind of like this, which it
Oh.
can do because it is so much larger than you guys. And as it does this, you see, as it moves behind the vents, the energy blasting out of it leaves behind miniature fireballs. Like you've seen it blasting out of itself and creating as the sun.
Nice.
So, I need everybody to make a DC 40 reflex save against its
That's-
trample.
That's low, comparatively.
Yep. Usually use tramples for some reason usually use lower DCs. Probably because they can just keep being used. And then I need one from Purple Arrow as well.
Making sure I was clicked on me because I think I almost rolled a reflex. Yep, that's better. I did not have a plus 40. That's mine.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so yep, Purple Arrow completely evades it. However, the rest of you will take at least half damage, while Zaj will take
Okay,
full
cool.
damage.
Didn't see that coming, even though I got how many eyes? I gotta do the lines.
Very nice. Yep. And then the creature will expire. It just exhausted itself too much running around like that. It just runs
Collapses onto purple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Collapses on top of Purple Arrow. All of you are momentarily stunned at the sight of this, and a full 6 seconds pass, and then all the fireballs detonate. I need you all to make another reflex save.
What the?
What in the fuck?
For some reason, you just
Oh,
stood
that's
around
right.
there. This one you can actually click on.
Oh,
Hurt
so
me.
I got another DC. What the fuck? We all failed that.
Everybody failed.
Oh.
Perfect. As my creature perishes, as it passes into the night, it leaves you all with
Anyone who's legendary in their reflex
31
though,
fire damage.
only still takes half, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's true.
Dang. Bro said, I don't care.
Well-
I take 21.
Yeah, you guys, as I was suggesting, you guys might have just been distracted by Giga Chad.
Not only were their eyes glowing, but as the creature died, even the lips began to glow.
Listen here, Decaf. Tired of your sass, your non-verbal sass.
I do what I gotta do.
But
Hey.
that is going to cover the fight against the Gaismagorm. From this point, we are going to move into discussing the creature here, discussing the design. If this isn't if that isn't your cup of tea, this is a good place to jump off. But those of you in chat here, you are more than welcome to talk about the creature and its design with us. So, let me turn off the music, and let me just say from the beginning, to start off with, I think I'm pretty happy with how this creature's doing, how it did.
That's fair.
You guys killed it in 3 rounds, but as we always mentioned, it is an easy encounter. So that's not too unusual.
Yeah.
And it did pump out some good damage. I think it forced a casting of a level 9 spell, right? From Greyhound, you threw out a level 9 heal, was it?
Yeah. Absolutely. And then technically I healed myself for 144.
Yeah, so this creature is the... What's a good word for it? The Mac Daddy, I guess we'll say, of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. This is the end boss.
Oh.
Wait, it's the end boss of Sunbreak?
Is that
Fascinating.
Is that what it's
I
called?
thought there was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Sunbreak.
Well, they like tacked one on. He's the end boss of like the story mode. There's like
Oh.
you beat him
Okay,
and the
that makes more
credits
sense.
roll.
Yeah. So then he's probably the end boss of Rise and then Sunbreak, because
Yes.
there was that one user that mentioned something about the Velzahana, or I can't remember the
Primordial
name correctly.
Malzeno.
Malzeno, that one.
Yep, or Malzeno.
That was able to whoop this thing's ass or something.
Well,
And I
they
was just
had a
like,
stalemate like long ago, but yeah.
fair enough.
But you guys should actually. So, Oreo, this is not sure how familiar you are with monster design. We usually do discuss the monster. If you want to see what we're looking at, you can click on the monsters folder in the actors tab, where your character sheet is. And if you scroll down, you should find the Gaismagorm there, and you should be able to open it.
Gotcha.
There it is.
The other thing you can do, because I do this for my character, you can just double click the token when you're an owner.
That is interesting to know. You guys are all set as owners, so you should be able to do that.
I can see it now, yes.
Oh, there it is.
I see it as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. Good to know that I thought the shove and trip that I would have had, which I was hoping to get the round before it, went into fury mode or ferocity, whatever you call it.
My endless ferocity.
Yeah, which I was hoping to get off before so I could trip its ass, but I wasn't sure if the saves were fortitude or reflex, so it's good to remember that. But the only thing I have to mention that I thought might be a little high would be the vortex being at 47.
So that is at 47.
How
That
extreme is
that
extreme?
is an extreme DC for its level.
Is that
However,
standard extreme?
that is standard extreme.
Jesus Christ.
It deals no damage.
That is
And
true.
just from design of this ability in the past, and also as we saw, 3 of you were pretty much unaffected by it.
Yeah. That's fair.
I had access to kip up as well as quick crawl because I didn't want, even if I was prone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you're building characters to go into a fight, you don't necessarily got to worry about all that extra fluff. Like, for example, I know for a fact Poe would get his shit kicked in with this guy. Just drag him across the floor.
Well, you haven't built Poe to 19.
Yeah, but
Poe's no ways getting kip up. He's got like 0 acrobatics. He's not built for dex.
But yeah, so this is largely built kind of following the brute roadmap. I'm just gonna go over the numbers real quick. Perception, we're looking at a moderate perception score. It's single skill, just because this creature it doesn't use a lot of skills, is a high athletics, and it honestly doesn't even use it. Its AC, being a brute, is only a moderate armor class, which you guys probably noticed with how often you were able to hit it. But in turn, it has a high pool of hit points. Now, I am kind of worried maybe it went down too fast. I have applied just sort of blanket physical resistances to Monster Hunter monsters in the past, just based on the fact that you need a certain level of sharpness or it just bounces off of them completely. I might do a very small amount for it. Wouldn't be any higher than like 10.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fine.
As well, it's surprising it doesn't have a resistance to fire. It has an
Yeah.
immunity to cold,
You
which I
know,
can see.
I
But
thought that was so. The weaknesses and resistances are based off of its weaknesses and resistances in Monster Hunter itself.
Yeah, yeah. And they've always been weird about it.
And for some reason, for some reason it doesn't have any fire resistance, and I think it's technically like the element it's pumping out is dragon. But I mean,
Oh.
they just code it that it doesn't affect itself, with its attacks,
yeah,
which isn't. It's something I can kind of do, but that's why a lot of its abilities reference non-Gaismagorm creatures.
I was gonna say, but
Yeah.
how often do you think you'd run into multiple Geismagorms?
Right.
Well, if
But
you check the
it's
chat,
also
they're saying
so.
fighting 2 of these at once. No.
I mean, that'd be terrifying.
It would be, actually.
I mean, just for a point, like the encounter I recently ran in my campaign was 2 level 12 creatures against a party of level 11 characters, and it was a tough fight.
Yeah, they beat my ass.
Yeah.
But you lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because I'm a healer and a tank.
But so, yeah, I don't know. How do you guys feel about giving at least like 10 physical resist? And it would probably be penetrated by adamantine anyway, so all of the monk's
Yeah.
damage would have been going through.
Perfectly fine with that. Because at that point, oh, you go.
Okay. I was going to say, both. So even if it didn't have like the adamantine, I had something I had prepared for as well. And this is, again, something that people can do, especially because level 19, overwhelming breath. So I would have told it, oh, well, you're resisting me. I'm going to key strike you anyways, and you're just going to suck it up.
Yeah.
Well, we lost someone.
It's just shy. I'm not shy. It's decaf.
Yeah. Or decaf.
Okay, yeah. So I'm happy with adding that resistance to it, making it a little bit tankier because it is so easy to hit, even with its high HP.
Yeah, what I was trying to say as well to add on to that is, resistance to adamantine. I don't know necessarily how that goes because I have been playing in your campaign, BB, for a very long time, but we haven't necessarily, I think, other than the one silver hammer, is it common to not get special material weapons?
I just don't put a lot of special material weapons in.
I don't.
I was going to say, if it makes you feel a little better, Blue, we have a campaign that I'm in, where I think level 10, Decaf, you can correct me real fast, with Itzy and then them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, level 10. One of our PCs has an adamantine axe now.
That's a good weapon.
Yeah.
It's a great weapon.
Yeah.
But so, like, I think that can depend on, like, the GM. That can depend on the adventure path, if that's what's being run. That's all just style, unfortunately. So it's kind of hard to say.
Exactly. So it comes down to, like, where, again, I've only had the experience I had where, I think adamantine resistance is fine, especially for whoever's playing out there. You might test this monster as well, hopefully. Your GM gives it to you. They give it to you. If you don't, well, good luck.
I mean, you can still make your own too if you have the money.
You can always purchase it.
Man, if I've only been playing in my game still, and don't tell me about that. We don't make money.
So, as for its saving throws, as Blue noticed, it actually has an extreme fortitude save, which is why I was kind of surprised it failed as many fortitude saves as it did.
Yeah, we got a little lucky.
However, on that same token, it only has a moderate wisdom, and then has a almost terrible reflex.
Okay.
I like it.
I can work with that. That's fair.
And reflex is just kind of because, like, it is just this massive creature. I don't envision this thing as being terribly adept at dodging. Also, I do think I forgot to mention, like many of the monsters in Rise and just Monster Hunter in general, the Gaismagorm does have a title. It is the Archdemon of the Abyss.
Oh,
yeah.
And a lot of its, like, drops and stuff that you pick up from it kind of continue to refer to it as like a demon or like a fallen angel and stuff like that.
Okay.
And being that it is also an elder dragon, I made it a dragon and a fiend for its creature typing.
Okay.
Moving on to its attack numbers. Both of its attacks use only a moderate attack bonus, and this is again kind of based on it being a brute, because in turn, it has extreme damage for its jaws and high damage on its claws.
I think that was fine because
Yeah, I think it worked.
I think for the classes that we have as well, and this is something I've kind of figured into E a little bit more that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I understand because if you want, let's say, a big monster to fight your PCs, but there's only a single level difference, the monster still seems to have like a +4 to +5 bonus over the PCs
Yes.
comparing to AC normally, anyways. And it's just like it's generally obviously because you're fighting for fucking players with your one toy.
Yes.
You want your toy to do cool things though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
no. Monsters on level to PCs will always have higher numbers because they have to compete with the action economy.
Yeah, I think
it's a
moderate's
4v1
fine for
on
it.
average.
Yeah. I think moderate's fine for it. If any changes, to make it quote unquote better, only a +1 bonus, I would say.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
I'm-
it's pretty dang good.
I'm pretty
It
cool
hit
with
all
that.
of us pretty
Yeah.
actually.
And it
was
did
gonna
wallop some of
say-
you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have legendary AC as a monk. I have
Yeah.
as high as I could get, and at max I did have a 48, which made you miss as that reaction.
I need a 12 to hit that.
Yep.
And I was
But
rolling
that's
with
the
max.
absolute highest I can get.
No, I think
And that's
that's
on a reaction.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
never
think
mind.
that's fair.
No +1 bonus if he only needs a 12 to hit you on that. Fuck that. No. 36 is fine.
I take
Yeah.
that
Go
back.
ahead. It's
Um,
bullshit,
Yeah,
'cause if
after
that's
hearing
true,
what
I'm
my
just
AC
calculating
could
that
turn
it
into.
it only has to be a 17 or it only has to be like a 3 or some shit for me. It's got to be low for me. Whatever. It's enough.
What's your AC? We can
40,
figure it
43. So 7. It has to be a 7. I think 7 is more than enough. That's like
Yeah.
that's what? That's 65%, 70, something like
around
that.
there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's some
good.
math.
Yeah, it's good.
So, its attacks, its abilities are pretty basic, just like sort of differently shaped. Conflagration is obviously this huge area, and these are just like sort of drawn directly from its abilities in game. But this is its like biggest damage ability. Uses a high DC reflex save, and then has that 1d6 rounds cooldown. It then has its explosive slam. Now, one of its abilities that I was debating replicating is it will sort of like do this explosive slam, but then it will drag its claw through the ground and explode everything it like claws across. And I kind of just tried to mimic that with the sweep trait, rather than being like, yeah, it explodes a whole line of stuff in front of it. But this still it has a little bit less damage. It uses the same high reflex, but gets a lower cooldown with only a 1d4.
Okay.
There is the vortex that we talked about. I think so. This has always been a type of ability that I've used on multiple monsters. As you guys, as my test subjects, players, would know. Those tests never go well. I mean, think about it. Every single one of those tests has ended miserably for me. The Neathog had an ability like this. We had to retest it. The Helmall Salamander had an ability like this. We had to retest it. I think the Odiba Tarasu had an ability like this, and we had to retest it.
I think
I have finally figured out the design for these types of abilities.
Well, I think there's a couple things because I think with this is all just part of one action.
Mm-hmm.
You're not relying on 2 saves for this one ability.
Yep.
And I think that's a big part of it because relying, especially for like the higher level things, we've talked about this in the past.
Yes.
High level PCs sure, they'll have a bad save, but the other two on a success become a crit success.
Yep.
Which, if you're having to make them make 2 saves, it's just going to screw yourself.
Yeah.
Most of the time. But like this, it's like a 1 action. This obviously, like you mentioned, isn't doing damage, so it's a higher DC.
But yeah, no, I think
it works. Yeah.
it does. Yeah, it did. Like I said, it knocks you guys prone, and that didn't affect 3 of you, but that just happened to be because of the builds you were using.
I also find it hysterical that a PC will look at you and be like, "I got a critical success." You're like, "Great, you move 10 feet." You're like, "Wait, what?"
That's exactly what I was
that was actually something we discussed in the Discord when I posted it to the Monster Monday Discord, and I had mentioned that I included a critical success because everybody's going to critically succeed at this point in their careers as PCs. So it's a very minor effect, though.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully.
Well, and
make the PCs...
2 melees are like, all right, well, that's fine. Bring me closer. That works for me.
Exactly. Now, aside from that,
Caster maybe doesn't like it, but
aside from that, it does have its Abyssal Trample, which is initially only regular trample, but if it's at 235 hit points or lower, it also leaves behind bombs, essentially.
Yeah.
So one thing this does is it kind of forces you guys to reposition. You can't stay in the area, and you might not even you can't even cover one of the sides that it's on because there's still sort of the bombs there. And also PCs might not be expecting when they explode, but even if they do, it is unlimited use area damage because there's no cooldown on this particular effect, and it is only a moderate DC for its level.
That's fair.
And then finally, the one thing I might want to do with this is increase its range. Its Rain of Fire. Because 30 feet is kind of small. For a creature of this size.
Considering the other one's 90 feet, honestly, I wouldn't mind.
I might bump it up to 60 feet area around it.
That's big.
Wait, how does this... Hold on.
So it creates... it is a 30-foot radius, Ocean Boy.
Oh.
I was going to say, because it doesn't show it, I feel like, in the Rain of Fire, what its radius is. Or, because it just says a miniature sun, and you don't clarify how big the miniature sun is.
I do. Non-Gaismagorm creatures that start their turn in or enter within 30 feet of the sun, which is the same size as a Gaismagorm.
Okay, see that? It doesn't state that it's the same size as the Gaismagorm.
It does.
Where?
The second sentence.
Non-Gaismagorm creatures that start their turn in or enter within 30 feet
of the
the sun. Yeah.
I mean, I'm blind.
Which is the same size as the Gaismagorm.
Okay.
I mean, I could have told you that.
Until the end of
I'm
its
just
next
blind.
turn.
It's fine.
So, as well.
So yeah, I was gonna say. So it's within 30 feet of the Gaismagorm itself, basically.
Because it's above his head. That's at least the reference point that I'm using for it. But then it also says that you can extend it. So theoretically, you could also be using the Gaismagorm's movement speed to get other people within that 30 feet radius.
I mean,
well, the sun wouldn't move.
How do I? Hang on. There we go. Whoop. That's
Okay.
10, 20. That's what would be the range.
Yeah, like I was saying, 2 people were outside of it when it activated.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't feel like you need to increase it by too much, but if you do,
I mean, what would you think would be a fine amount to increase it by?
I don't know.
I mean, you could go for the sweet middle and just do 45.
45? I was kind of thinking 45 feet.
If you do 45...
45 is also half of the vortexes.
Can I just select targets?
And 3/4
distance
of nothing else, sorry. Conflagration is 50 feet. I was about to say 3/4 of conflagration, but I made that 50 feet for some reasons.
That's all I need to do?
What's happening?
Whoa. So that would become 55. So like this.
So yeah, even if it was centered, I don't think it would cover this full map.
No, not quite.
No.
But yeah, I guess it
But I
kind of
don't think that's
depends on
necessarily
what.
a problem.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. I think this ability just kind of depends on like the size of arenas that your GM uses.
That's fair.
It's true.
But all right, you know what? If you guys are fine, you don't think it'd be too much to make it a 45-foot sort of area, I do think I'm going to do that because I like it to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Perfectly centered.
Yeah, just to like see how big it would be.
I like
But
that the
all-
Chad face, his chin is actually so chatty that it's actually below that. It extends slightly past the 45.
But you know, I think that covers the Gaismagorm. Is there anything else you guys want to mention? Anything you want to suggest or ask about?
Admittedly, I have one, which is just the speed of it.
35 feet, which is 10 feet faster than normal. I've noticed that they don't give a lot of big creatures more speed, but this creature is massive and is also still very lumbering. So I stuck with only a
Roll
35.
bowls towards you.
Yeah. However, one thing I didn't include because I've only kind of seen it happen is that like when it gets enraged, it will start using the like sort of the vents on its skin to blast energy out of to move faster.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Imagine seeing how terrifying that would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Bro said I put NOS into the engine. Let's go.
it's kind of like the Valstrax from Monster Hunter when it does it. Obviously, it doesn't lift off or anything, but
just because
Bro,
the
this
only
thing starts
reason,
flying. I'm scared.
just because the only reason was the trample that you did. I mean, it even looked like we didn't do the math, but we didn't know for sure if it was like going to hit us with all 3 actions of its movement.
it did. Yeah.
So say it
Right
had
back again.
35.
Yep.
Oop, I'm creating shit. Whoops.
And accidentally went too far when I backed up over
Yeah.
Jax. So that added more distance than I actually needed to cover.
Yeah. Other than those, I think it was well. Not to mention, it just looks sick as hell.
Monster Hunter,
Easily
man.
have gotten to like all the way over here.
Yep. Would have hit everybody.
Mm-hmm. And wouldn't even have been standing on anyone.
Yes.
Which he can do. But,
What, you
know,
didn't like it crushing me?
I thought it was funnier than all get out.
But all right, nothing else. Yeah, Ocean Boy does point out it cut a lot of ground with that trample, which is maybe kind of the reason I don't want to go too much higher with its speed as well. It does also have
That's
a
what it-
25-foot climb speed because there is a part during its fight where it starts just climbing the wall, trying to leave the pit you're fighting it in.
Oh, that's just because Monster Hunter in general.
Yeah. But all right, I think. Yeah, no, cut a swath of terrain. I dig it. I think that works. But yeah, I think that is going to
Oh,
cover tonight's test. Thank you everybody for the help. Thank you for the viewers, either watching it now or who have checked this out on YouTube. We'll be back here again next Saturday. New monster to test. Until then, stay safe, be good. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.